welcome to another edition of X's and Omar alongside Sun-Sentinel Dolphins columnist Omar Kelly. I'm CBS 12 Sports Director Matt Lincoln. Hey, a win! Woo! How exciting was that? 15-13, just the kind of win that Dan Campbell likes. One offensive touchdown.
I think he didn't like the 86 passing yards, but, you know, the reality is, even though the Dolphins did beat a pretty decent Baltimore Ravens team that's injury decimated, any chance you get to put together a win, especially doing it at home for the fans that are paying customers, you got to be excited about it.
Sure.
I wasn't that excited about it from this standpoint. Just being real, at some point in this organization, you got to bottom out. And I thought this was the year, but it looks like we're headed to another 7-9 season and another number 12 draft pick.
Well, I thought the defense came up with some big stops there at the end. Hey, congratulations. I told you about Matt Schaub. We talked about Matt Schaub last week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
Matt Schaub has a dead arm. He's going to throw dead balls.
Right, and for the, of course, right after a firing, we see Lamar Miller again. And hey, there he is. And
20 touches for the first, 20 carries for the first time all season, 20 touches for the second time in this season.
And look, it was very productive.
It ends in a result.
Yards.
How many times have I been promising you that Lamar Miller gets 20 touches, you're going to win the game?
Okay, but they did this right after they fired Joe Philbin, but then it fell apart and they had 12 carries.
You mean Bill Lazor went back to being Bill Lazor?
Right. So,
okay.
Is this what we're going to expect the rest of the way? 20 carries to Lamar Miller a game?
I don't know if you're going to get 20 carries. The carries are not important to me. The touches are important. Check downs to Lamar Miller work just as good as run plays. Ryan Tannehill is finally getting to the point where he realizes, hey, Lamar's a pretty decent pass catcher and can give you yards after the catch, screen passes. So to me, the carries are not important. We can stick to 15 carries and 5 passes, and it will work the same way.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to take a lot of your questions today. We're also I'm very excited. We're going to break down Omar's possibilities for the next Dolphins coach. All right, at Fensky17, Dallas Thomas is turning things around? Question mark. Does this make the O-line above average once Juwan James gets back from his toe injury?
Why'd you have to throw in the question mark? Why couldn't it be just Dallas? He is, and I've said that on this show.
Burgundy?
I have said that on this show.
Okay.
I have criticized Dallas Thomas. Me and Zach Krantz of 560 WQAM, we are the main critics of Dallas Thomas. And that's a long-standing thing going back to his rookie season, going back to last year when he struggled as a right tackle. Earlier this season, I said 5 plays a game, he's going to be a problem.
Right.
We're down to 2 to 3 plays a game.
Okay, well, that's better.
That is a respectable number for an offensive lineman. I'm not saying that he is the answer as a left guard for the remaining future, but Dallas Thomas is not a problem. Jason Fox, now he's a problem. And you got to get Juwan James back. We don't know. I think that this is the week that he's going to begin practicing. I'm not sure if he's going to be cleared to play, but this is the week he gets it back. He starts to see what he can do on that toe injury push-off. And I do believe that they have, when Juwan James does come back, they will have a respectable offensive line. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to stop the sacks.
Right.
Because, to be real with you, the quarterback has a lot to do with the sacks.
Yeah.
Not my boy.
I'm talking about that. It's their boy.
Yeah.
Their
the
boy.
Quarterback pocket presence, being able to feel pressure, he cannot. Being able to anticipate, he cannot. Step up in the pocket, move laterally side to side, he rarely does it. He can do it. He rarely does it. That's the next step for Ryan Tannehill. Until he establishes or develops pocket presence, you're going to give up a lot of sacks.
I think getting back to this question, a lot of what it has to do with is these are guys, a lot of these players, especially the young players, are playing for their future, playing for their Dolphins' future, playing to try to prove.
Everybody's playing for their future.
Yeah, but you know what? The vets who at this point are not playing well, they've proven that they can't. That it's kind of time to move on. But for these young guys, specifically some of these young guys in these offensive line, are there pieces here, while the offensive line hasn't been great, are there pieces here that could be at one point a great offensive line? And Dallas Thomas, Billy Turner, still young guys.
Still young guys, developing. I mean, I think you got to give, at the beginning of the season, they told me, you got to give them a chance to develop. You got to give them a chance to develop. Have some patience. Okay, well, you took a beating waiting for the tide to turn in your favor. And it looks like it has. Dallas Thomas, he's blocking on the second level. He's one of the better run blockers on the team. You're not getting penalties from him for once. You're not getting holding calls. You're not getting, the Olay sacks that he's given up. He's not allowing runs to be stopped in the backfield. And bravo to him, because what I take pride in is watching and seeing players improve. There are a lot of players who aren't improving. Jamar Taylor's not improving. Walt Aikens is not improving. But there are players, Rashard Matthews, who do improve. Rashad Jones has drastically improved throughout his career. Rashad Jones, at the beginning of his career, he was a liability. He took too many risks, too many chances. And now he's still taking the same amount of chances, but he's making less mistakes. And we're seeing that now from Dallas Thomas. He's still going to have bad moments, but they're not going to be 5 a game.
Right.
And that's going to definitely help your offense.
All right, let's take the next question. Kevin Belcher, are Dallas Thomas and Billy Tudor the future guards? How about Jamil Douglas? 3rd round, 4th round picks can't be that bad.
Depth is a problem with the offensive line. And if you're going to, Jamil Douglas becomes bad when he's got to play at center, or becomes bad when he's got to fill in at guard.
Those aren't his positions.
Well, he's guard,
but center, right?
Brandon Albert, he goes down. Oh, the line is trash. Right. To me, you got to fortify that offensive line, and that possibly means investing another early draft pick in it, or investing big money in free agency. Right now, Brandon Albert, Mike Pouncey, and Juwan James, those are good 3 pieces, but you not only need the guards to be good, you're also going to need good backups. A good backup tackle and a good backup interior player, a center or a guard.
These guys go down. At Dan B. FinFan, what are your thoughts on Brandon Albert's play this year? Do you believe he's back to pre-injury form?
No, he's not. He's a Pro Bowler pre-injury form. He's pretty decent right now. He's helping you from a run game supports. He's pretty reliable as a pass blocker, but you got to understand, he's probably 13 months from that ACL rehab that he had, and now he's taking Wednesdays off, which is probably the best thing for him because of his advanced age. And he's going to make it through the season. The question is, will he make it through 2016 completely healthy? And he's got a high price tag. He's going to be one of the highest paid players on the team at, I believe, $8.5 million. The Dolphins are going to have to determine whether or not he's worth that kind of investment at his advanced age with all these injuries.
And whether or not they bring him back or not, they're going to have to bring someone else to come.
And that's one of the things that I don't like with Dolphin fans. They're like, oh, Brent Grimes is making too much money. Oh, Brandon Albert's making too much money. Okay, what do you got to pay to replace them?
Right.
And while they might be making $8 to $9 million a year, you do realize that you're probably going to have to sign an inferior player for $8 to $9 million a year, just because of the market has value on both positions has raised.
That's what those positions meant.